Yo, 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 bonsoir à tous. Hello, hello, good night, everyone. Good evening. Yeah, special stream today. Long time. For now, I only stream on the. Sorry, I have. If it's bug, it's because on my whole computer, Discord is opening and updating. Okay. There's It's gonna be. Oh my god, it takes so much long. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I'm gonna start right now because I have two stream for one for Genshin and first time the one for Honkai Impact because I didn't play a lot except dailies and stuff like that, and try to take some characters, but yeah, I will talk about it in the other stream. So yeah, I'm gonna start right now before the parrot get mad because I'm talking. Okay.
We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan.
So, long time
So Ulchcon's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a
is
third-party
really nice.
facilitator.
What? She ride a big gun!
At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person to find is...
I didn't explore the sector yet.
His spirit has gotten lost and can't find
he
its way back to his
looked
body.
awesome.
Rescue someone.
With
And
his
Granny
wings, he looked really great.
500 years later, and it's resurfaced again.
I really must advance the story. I don't know
I
how to
worry
play.
that
I don't know
repeating
how to
mistakes
stream on
of the
this game
Cinder
anymore
City.
because it takes so much time and sometimes it's
As long as the soul is involved, I should be able to help.
I don't know what to keep for the stream, but I don't stream enough often for events. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna keep for the stream. I'm gonna keep for cheating offline.
Time to say hello.
Hello!
Knock him down.
Give me your big gun.
It's either your end or mine.
Before the final
But-
moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
But it's not the Genshin that I know. Oh, yeah, the code they are not good anymore, so I'm gonna skip it. It's going to be more faster. The Genshin is not the Genshin I play first, and I started at 1.1. I'm no motivated to attend the game because
Hey travelers, welcome to the Genshin
changed
Impact
the,
version
the new
5.2 special
sector. It's
program. I'm
not
Gabe
motivating
from the
me.
Loke team.
And I'm Kai. We meet again. Whoa, a cuckoo soar. Want to join us?
They don't put
Hey,
any
don't be
character, they
shy.
put random
Come out and say
character
hello.
now.
I'm not sure what that meant, but it was adorable.
She approves of your
a cute
compliment.
monster on the
Hey,
world.
I didn't know you could speak Saurian.
Oh, I can't. But I can make an educated guess based on her body
Maybe the new
language.
sector, but I didn't heard of.
Are all cuckoosaurs as
good-
friendly as this one?
Adult cuckoosaurs are usually very proud
Good,
creatures, but there are always exceptions.
quality
Well,
about the
since our
quality-
cuckoosaur friend kicked
quality
things off
about
for
the
us,
new,
I know just the place to start. The Flower
sector.
Feather Clan.
All right, let's do it.
a lot of I'm not
Cuckoosaurs live
like I
among
said
the
last time.
Flower
I'm not
Feather
the
Clan,
one
which is
who's
suspended high above the mountains.
crying and,
This is a tribe of
rah, rah,
warriors,
rah, rah, when the
and most
game
of
is,
their people can command the
on
power of the
games more.
skies.
When I like it,
It was
and
the
I like
Flower
it,
Feather
and,
Clan's
whatever
ancient
people
duty to
said, but
patrol and safeguard the entire region of
with what I
Natlan.
saw the new
As
sector.
elite special forces, their job was to detect threats, disseminate intel, and quickly neutralize
It's not what I
any
was
dangers
expecting. I
to the
still
nation.
say it. It's
Though
not
the
what I was
circumstances are
expecting
different
for
now, the tribe
fire
never
sector,
forgot its
the
origins. They
fire
still hold
sector.
trials to assemble the fastest teams in the tribe. The trials test a pilot's skill
It's a
and
monster wall in
teamwork
the
with
Grand
the
Canyon.
cuckoosaurs.
That's still
Oh,
what
I'm
I'm saying.
so pumped about these cuckoosaurs.
Yeah, cuckoosaurs are the proudest out of all the saurians. They know that
These
they're the
are
kings of the
nice,
sky.
but yeah.
Cuckoosaurs can consume phlogiston to climb higher or perform a
It is a,
horizontal roll in midair.
Did we play
Holding the
Traveler
sprint
or
button
play
allows them to enter an
on a mouse?
accelerated glide state after a horizontal
God.
roll.
Seen
In
that
addition, they
there's
can
a lot
even
of
use phlogiston
exploration.
wind tunnels to quickly cover great distances.
Okay,
I didn't
so I'm
finish,
assuming that
scenario yet.
cuckoosaurs are really hard to tame.
Yeah, that's true.
I
you
don't
need
know
to
how
prove
when I'm
yourself
gonna
in
stream
some
the game.
worthwhile
Maybe
feat,
today.
like demonstrating exceptional
not.
archery skill during flight. That's the only way to become a true Kukusaur rider.
I don't know
Wow,
if
that's
we're
so
gonna stream.
strict.
Yeah, tell me about it. But
There's-
okay, now that we've got a
There's some
glimpse of the
event,
Flower Feather
important
Clan,
event that will
it's
keep it
time for a
stream,
quiz.
sure.
What?
Like
Already?
Lantern Festival.
Yep, I hope you're prepared. Every tribe in that land has
No.
a unique way of communicating with their Saurian companions. The members of the Flower Feather Clan use a special item to summon their Kukusaurs. What is that item?
I don't know.
A basket filled with their favorite foods?
Here's a hint.
Okay, I'm
We
gonna
just
skip
saw
that.
the answer in the previous video.
Oh wait,
Oh, I remember now. Horn.
Ding ding ding!
maybe it's gonna be
Kukusaurs
important
live far
when I
from
play,
the
but I will
tribe
not
and from
remember
each
it.
other. So in order to summon them, the tribe's people
Fix
use
it.
whistles and horns to produce loud noises.
Pizza,
So there's your
Come.
overview of Kukusaurs.
pizza.
Maybe they sound a little
That's it.
unapproachable compared
Yeah.
to other Saurians, but don't worry,
Wow.
travelers. If you get into a
could
tough
tell you a
situation,
lot.
then Chaska, the Flower Feather Clan's expert
I want her-
peacemaker, can help
I want
mediate
her-
the conflict.
Knitch mentioned that her method of mediation is silencing
Her
both
design
parties.
is really
Is that
great.
true?
Well, that's only in special
my taste.
cases. Most of the time, Chaska
It's
barely
not
needs to intervene.
over
Everyone knows what
handsome
she's
design,
capable
but,
of, so people
like it.
usually find a way to set aside their differences when she shows up.
Oh, so she doesn't
A
just
mix
handle
with,
conflicts between humans and saurians. She keeps the peace
Darker
between
West,
people too.
Cowboy.
Exactly.
Kage, I
Chaska
mean.
was corrupted by abyssal power as a child, so she has a strong compulsion to fight, but she knows how to rein it in.
Right. I heard that she was abandoned as a baby. It seems like she's been through a lot.
Yeah, but luckily for her, the Kukusaurs took her in and raised her as one of their own.
Told me nothing
In
for
addition
now.
to hunting and flying, Chaska gained a lot of unique combat experience from her Saurian childhood. When Chaska is in your party, defeating monsters will restore phlogiston to your party. While she's in the Night Soul's blessing state, Chaska can ride and control her gun like a Kukusaur. The Soul Sniper doesn't just increase her movement speed and resistance to interruption, it also allows her to get a better angle on her enemies.
Wow, that mid-air
Mixed
perspective
with the
is
witches.
so cool. It seems so liberating.
Yeah.
Riding
and
a big
Chaska's
gun.
fierce when she's in the zone.
Can she ride my
In
gun?
the Night
no,
Soul's
no,
blessing
no,
state,
nothing
Chaska's
like that.
normal attacks deal animo damage to
okay.
enemies in front of her. Unleashing a charged attack in this state will cause Chaska to enter a special
It's a
aiming
gun
mode.
horse!
This allows her to lock onto a set number of enemies within range and fire up to 6 Shadow Hunt shells, which deal animo
really,
damage
she's
upon impact. In addition,
really
for
nice.
every Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, or Electro character in your party, one of Chaska's
She
Shadow Hunt shells will
fit
undergo
more
an
to
elemental
the
conversion to
Genshin
deal the corresponding
style.
type of elemental damage.
Whoa,
Except
no way!
the
So
gun?
Chaska can directly deal other types of elemental damage based
no,
on
the
the
gun fit
characters
for
in her
fire.
party. And since she's an animal character, she can swirl them at the same time. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? Her elemental burst has a similar function too. Chaska fires a gale-splitting Soul Seeker shell during her burst, which deals
I
animo
really-
damage. The attack
really
then
wanted
splits
it.
into 6 Soul Seeker shells, which continue to attack nearby enemies. These shells can
I hope
also
I will
undergo
have her
elemental
without
conversion.
That's
not
so
too much
cool.
difficulty.
No wonder she's one of the strongest warriors in her tribe.
Speaking of her tribe, the warriors from the Flower Feather clan are formidable for sure, but we should also shed some light on those who aren't as skilled.
Oh, are you talking about the wingless? That's what the tribe calls people who fail the flight trials, right? They're the challengers who fail to earn the recognition of a Kukusaur.
Exactly. But the name doesn't indicate that those people are weak
to
or
finish
deserve to
to
be cast
prepare
aside. The
something.
Flower Feather
Yes.
clan has its own definition of strength. There's a tacit understanding that the wingless are supposed to be protected until they can fly by themselves. But that assumption is challenged in Tribal Chronicles Tlalocan. Someone will dare to ask, what if you didn't need a Kukusaur to fly? If you could change the rules, then maybe there wouldn't be any wingless to begin with. Now, whether that's the right path is for us to discover. Chaska will also be there to help us find the answer. So, be sure to check out Chaska's Tribal Chronicle if you're interested in what happens.
Is there anything else that you can tell us?
Ah, remember how I mentioned that Chaska was raised by Kukusaurs?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Her Saurian mother will make an appearance in this quest. Even though she's joined
should
human
set up
society,
my-
Chaska still goes to visit her Saurian mother on occasion,
My
especially when she
quest
needs some help
for
with
be
a
able
tough
to
situation.
stream, but I
Oh,
don't
so
know.
Cheska still has the soft side, even though she's
The living
a
room is
fearsome
so
warrior.
empty. We
Definitely.
removed the.
The Flower
Sto- not
Feather
the
Clan
stove,
is
but
also the
the-
setting for the Archon Quest Chapter
I
5
don't know how to say it in
interlude.
English.
All fires
Firebox.
fuel the flame. The tribe is
To-
facing a crisis,
the
and they'll need the travelers'
Raven?
help to find a solution.
Fire
What
even?
kind
Oh,
of
whatever.
crisis?
Well, the Flower Feather
there's
Clan
a
suffered
5
the worst
feet
of the
by
abyssal
5 feet
contamination
of
during the
space
battle in
that
version
I
5.1.
get
It's not just
in
the
the living
human
room.
body that can't withstand high concentrations of abyssal
I
power.
would probably
For
use
most
it for,
people,
for
it also
playing,
damages the mind.
streaming, and
Many members of the Flower Feather Clan
VR,
are suffering
VR
from the mental
streaming.
repercussions of the abyss, and the tribe is
Hey,
in
it's
desperate
One
need of
Piece.
aid. Iansan will be there too.
Shows.
After rebuilding her own tribe, the Collective of
I
Plenty,
forgot his name.
she's traveling around Natland to help those in need.
The people of Natland really value
Luffy.
unity, don't they? No one fights alone.
I didn't watch
That's
it, but
one
I
of
know
my
a little
favorite
about
things
it.
about
I watched
Natland.
some movies
Oh,
with,
wait.
friend.
It looks like the captain will also be there.
Yes, the captain will also offer help to the tribe. You may pick up on some interesting information if you pay close attention
one of
to
the-
what he has to say. The captain rarely gives away too much information in his regular interactions, but his secrecy here seems a little peculiar. So keep an eye out, but of course, restoring Natland's fighting spirit remains the top priority.
I have
After
still have a
all,
lot
the war isn't
exploration
over yet.
only in
The abyssal
Sumeru.
contamination is still around, and we have a very important battle.
thinking
ahead.
about it, I'm
Natland needs
discouraged.
mental fortitude more than ever before.
The Flower Feather Clan is pretty close to the Masters of the Night Wind, where the Ictomosaurs live. That tribe could be another good place to recover from the battle.
Don't make me
Oh
sick
yeah,
with that.
let's check it out.
If you head west from the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and go past the towering walls, you eventually arrive at the settlement of the mysterious Masters of
Nice
the
design,
Night
but
Wind.
it doesn't
The
make
tribal
pyro.
settlement offers a unique glowing landscape at night. If you venture even further, then you might encounter the tribe's one Ictomosaur elder or one of the many shamans who can communicate with spirits. I even heard that the witch doctors who live there can help cleanse your spirit. Plus, the graffiti art is really incredible. In fact, there's something special
Sector
about
look
this one.
nice.
Can you figure it out, travelers? It's kind of tricky, right? Well, don't worry, the Ictomosaurs can help us out. Ictomosaurs are known for their wisdom. They can use their unique sight to detect things that can't be seen through normal means.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Right.
My brain is
Ictomosaurs
gonna
are
have to work
especially
again.
skilled at detecting ley lines and phlogiston. They can absorb power from phlogiston objects to enhance their abilities. Doing so allows them to jump higher, move faster, or even obtain surprising rewards. Ictomosaurs can also
Good thing
extract
with
the
Genshin
information
is the
from
mini
graffiti
games
art
are
to
active
create
your
special
brain.
objects.
If you don't go look on the
Oh, I
internet,
bet
then
that'll
you
come in handy
take
for
the
solving
time to do the
puzzles.
mini games, events,
Definitely,
and
especially in
stuff.
Tribal
Or
Chronicles
the
Mixland,
exploration
which will become available in version 5.2. The first two acts
or
feature a
have the
lot
treasure
of
not
intriguing
looking on the
puzzles,
internet.
so be sure to
When you
check them
take the
out,
time, you
travelers.
make work
Some
your
of them
brain,
will require
and
the
it's-
help of an
this
Ictomosaur,
minigame-
and
those
others can be
minigames
solved
are
on your
really
own.
good.
I noticed
Really
that
good.
Ictomosaurs
Sorry.
can
Keep talking
perform
at the same time.
fast-paced jumps when they have enough phlogiston, and it looks like so much fun.
It's
Do
make
we know anyone who can
work
use that
your
ability?
brain,
Besides the new
so
Saurian, I mean.
It's really
Yes,
good against
Auroron
the
can do it too. Like the Ictomosaurs, Auroron has the ability to rise into the air. He also has a keen
want him
sense of
to.
perception. While charging an aimed shot, Auroron will enter the spirit speaker state,
But
allowing
it's
him
too
to
archer.
extract power from Natland's graffiti and runes.
Speaking
What?
of Auroron, I was honestly super surprised by his personality. Before the 5.1 Archon quest, I thought that he looked like a stern, stoic, and harsh type of character. But as it turns out, he's just a sweet kid.
Yeah, it's kind of unexpected, right? Is he really that
like
sweet though?
his
Just to
design
think about
of
all the sneaking
wings.
around behind
Hey.
his granny's back.
Ah, true.
The tribespeople of the Masters of the Night Wind are known for being eccentric. But Auroron really takes it to the
We're
next
going
level.
away
Yeah,
of
it sounds like he
Genshin.
does things his own way.
Where is the classic
I wonder
Genshin?
if that extends to his combat abilities.
It does. Auroron is a bit different from the Natland characters we've met so far. He doesn't need to depend on the Night Soul's Blessing state to gain Night Soul points, and he can maintain the Night Soul's Blessing state even while he's off-field.
Ah, that does sound different from the other Natlan characters. So how do his abilities work?
Let me start by explaining how Auroran gains Night Soul points.
You have a favorite?
This can happen
I
in
like
multiple
favorite.
ways. For example, Auroran can gain Night Soul points when one of his party members triggers a Night Soul burst. He can also gain them when other party members deal Hydro or Electro attacks to enemies after Auroran unleashes his elemental skill.
Oh, then it sounds like he works well with Hydro and Electro characters.
Yep.
Good.
And in combat, when enemies take damage from electro-charged reactions or other party members deal Night Soul aligned damage, Auroran can consume Night Soul points to enter the Night Soul's Blessing state and trigger the Hypersense effect, dealing electro damage.
Oh, I see. So you need to pair him with the right characters if you want him to gain Night Soul points, enter the Night Soul's Blessing state, and trigger the effect.
Exactly. Though I should mention that Auroran doesn't need to be on the field to trigger the Hypersense effect.
Wait, he can trigger it even while he's off-field? That sounds really useful.
Totally. His Elemental Burst provides a convenient way to deal damage and support your party. Auroran performs an ancient reach roll with his burst to summon a supersonic Oculus, which taunts nearby enemies to draw them in. Once they're up close, the Oculus releases a sound wave to deal damage.
That should be great for crowd control.
Yes! With Auroran in your party, dealing with large groups of enemies should be a lot easier. And speaking of making things easier, Auroran can also improve the exploration experience by boosting the gliding speed of your characters.
Awesome.
Auroran really cherishes his friends. With a little teamwork on his side,
This
I'm sure victory
with
will
the
always be within
boost.
reach.
You're going
Cool.
everywhere.
So we introduced two of the upcoming regions in this update, the Flowerfeather Clan and the Masters of the Nightwind. But there's more. Version 5.2 actually introduces another new region. It's called Ochkanatlan.
Oh, I think we caught a glimpse of this ancient city when we were looking at the Flower Feather Clan. It's really beautiful from far away, but those clouds look kind of ominous. It looks completely abandoned. Is it dangerous?
Yes.
And empty.
This is a restricted area in that land due to its severe abyssal
colorless.
contamination, and it seems uninhabited. Over the years, many adventurers have come here in search of treasure or to slay the dragon. Unfortunately, none of them have ever returned. The Flowerfeather clan often sends riders to patrol the area and to prevent people from getting too close.
Wait, did you say slay the dragon?
Yeah, I know we introduced some adorable saurians earlier, but this creature is actually really terrifying. It occupies this ancient city and guards it fiercely. If it detects an intruder, then it will attack without hesitation.
Okay, that's
nice.
pretty concerning.
It's easy to take human-saurian coexistence for granted these days, but
It's gonna be
it
fun.
actually took generations
You're
of effort to
tracking by a
reach this point.
dragon.
This relationship wasn't
gonna
nearly so
explore
harmonious
and
in the
never know
ancient past.
where he's coming
Travelers will
from.
need to explore Ochkanatlan to uncover the reason behind this dragon's rampage. Of course, travelers won't have to do this alone. Here, take a look.
Oh, what's that?
This is a very important companion who will help us explore Ochkanatlan. His name is Kokoik. As for his power, well, why don't you take a guess?
Okay, is he our moral support? You know, maybe he could make a cute noise every now and then to cheer us up.
Hey, let's not put our Tepetlosaur friend out of a job. Little one works really hard.
Okay, then I've got nothing.
Remember how I mentioned that Ochkanatlan is heavily corroded by the abyss? Well, that's where Kokoik
okay.
comes in. We can use his power to clear abyssal contamination. Follow the direction
A little
indicated
like,
by his light to collect secret source scraps and enhance his power. Once Kokoik has enough power, you can take him to track down the evil dragon.
What a useful little guy.
I know, right? Now, travelers
What
can
the one
explore
for the dragon?
Ochkanatlan with two companions.
Oh, yeah, I
Kokoik
forgot that
and
it's,
Little One. In fact, I've heard there's even a special token around here that can
whoa.
enable Little One to traverse a volcano. A new adventure with Little One awaits in version 5.2.
Because Powerwords,
This update will bring us
so
one
much
step
that
closer to
they
uncovering
try
the
to do the
mysteries of
same,
Little One's
it
past.
seemed to be-
Familiar Saurian companions can also help us explore
Don't know.
Ochkanatlan. For example, with the help of a Koholosaur, we can evade source mechanism attacks. With the help of an Ikitomisaur, we can solve certain puzzles. With the help of a Kukusaur, we might even be able to chase down the evil dragon. But we'll leave the rest for you to discover, travelers.
So much
Wait,
stuff.
are those
There's
some
the-
kind of
Oh,
lava
there's
fish?
cheese.
Does this mean we can fish in Netland?
Yes,
cheese,
but
there's cheese.
I've got some friendly advice, travelers. You should be very
crowded in
careful
there.
while exploring Ochkanatlan.
Oh,
Some of the
nice.
abyssal monsters here can distort their appearance to mimic powerful enemies. High-level monsters such as the Tenebrous Papilla can mimic even stronger enemies.
Huh? It looks like these monsters take the form of plants outside of combat.
Yep, that's true. The Abyss has corroded Natlan's ley lines, allowing these monsters to read the
Oh,
memories
shit.
inside of them and mimic creatures from Tevat.
How do we defeat
Oh shit!
them?
It's a
Travelers will need
combination
to
of
use
all
elemental
us.
attacks to break the enemy's protective void wards. Doing so allows them to take damage and causes them to enter a brief state of confusion. Night Soul aligned elemental attacks are especially effective against these wards.
Wow, the Abyss has gotten so advanced. It's scary to think
But it's
about
a
how
kind
much
of- I
harder these
always,
fights will get
said,
if these
oh,
abyssal
it's
monsters
boss, but
continue
they
to
told
evolve.
how to
Yeah.
fight it.
Okay, that was a lot of information to take in at once. But before we take our first break, we still have a couple
Just
of short
give an end,
announcements.
just
Really
not
short, I promise.
Spoil how to
First
fight.
up, limited time exploration
win.
rewards will be available in version 5.2. Just like in version 5.1, travelers can earn up to 400 extra Primo Gems. And the rewards will be available all the way through version 5.3. It's now time to introduce the event wishes. In the first half of version 5.2, travelers can look forward to event wishes from Chaska and Lenny.
I already
Auroron
started.
will also receive a drop rate boost. And in the second half of version 5.2, we'll have returning event wishes for Zhongli and New Villette. The weapon banner will feature a new 5-star bow, Astro Vulture's
you want
Crimson
wish on
Plumage,
all
and
of
2
this?
new Natland specific 4-star weapons. Be sure to check them out if you're interested.
All right, it's time for our first break. Once we come back, we'll dive right into the event portion.
Okay, the code are not available anymore. Events. Oh, we're just kidding.
Welcome back,
Oh,
travelers.
this sword is
Welcome
nice.
back. Let's dive straight into the event section. So in the first event, we'll get to learn
It's
more
Yuna
about the
from
Masters of
SAO.
the Nightwind.
That's right. In the version 5.2 event, Ikitomi Spirit-Seeking Scrolls, travelers will team up with Citlali and Auroron to get to the bottom of a mysterious accident that occurred within their tribe.
Travelers will need to complete combat
this event
challenges to
started?
defeat enemies who try to disrupt the
remember
ritual.
if I
They'll
saw
also
it.
need to reconstruct scenes from the tribe's woven scrolls.
But
and gather
I'm not
lost
there
spirits
yet.
scattered throughout the region. Travelers will only be able to uncover the truth if they collect all the clues. But don't worry, there are also various rewards to earn along the way, including Primo Gems.
Ooh, I really like the vibe of this event. It looks like Citlali is performing some kind of ritual. It's also mysterious.
When a situation gets tough, it's Granny to the rescue.
Definitely.
Citlali and Auroron have some really fun dialogue in this event.
I'm always grabbing the popcorn whenever these two interact. They're practically a two-person show. And speaking of fun, let's get into the event gameplay. First up is the Search for Lost Spirits minigame. Travelers will have to work together to herd the scattered roaming spirits
yeah,
into
so
specific
we
zones
already
to earn
had this
points.
event,
Pay attention
this
to
kind
the
of
conditions on the field if you want a higher score. For example, travelers can jump on stone slabs that appear on the field. These slabs will break open and release even more spirits.
Lord.
Storms may also appear during the game. You can track down spirits more effectively if you pay attention to the direction of the storms.
In Evil Banisher, travelers will need to select the
kind of
right teams
event,
to
I will
complete
not
the objectives.
keep it for stream
Completing all of the
anymore.
objectives will award you the Banishing Aura, which allows you to deal AoE damage by spraying paint at enemies.
That paint really matches the Masters of the Nightwind's aesthetic. It's super cool.
Yeah, and so does the Spirit Loom in restoring fragmented records.
Okay.
Citlali will use her powers to reveal special fragments. Travelers will need to piece these fragments together and assemble them on a woven scroll.
Make sure that you pay attention to the order and positions of the fragments. Oh, there's something else that we should mention. Travelers can obtain a new 4-star sword by completing this event. The design definitely fits the Masters of the Nightwind, It looks like some kind of ceremonial artifact.
I totally agree. Oh, and this event will allow travelers to learn more about Natlan's secrets. For example, this quest will reveal new clues about a mysterious and legendary place, the Mare Javari.
Wow, we've been hearing about this
How they
place
do
since
all of
months
this?
back.
Hello.
It'll be
How
nice
they
to
do
get
all
some
of
new
this
information.
in
On
so
a related
short
note,
time.
the Adventurers Guild has prepared a new trial for its members. Active adventurers have been invited to take on the challenge, including the Traveler. Travelers will need to complete various challenges with designated characters and fully leverage their
Swipe out.
skills to earn rewards. I know you're up to the challenge,
I'm
Travelers. Good
I'm a
luck.
little
Amongst
sad
that related
Genshin
news, the Knights of
changed a little
Favonius are
too
conducting
much
a war game to improve
since
security
I
tactics in the
started
region.
at
And who better to
1.1,
test
but-
these tactics than
and
the Honor
I did
Arena?
play
Be sure to pay close attention to the game, since the format has
since a
changed
while.
at this time.
I didn't finish to
Travelers
explore
will need to
Sumeru.
select combat
All
units
the
and
other
stratagems to
sector before
deploy
are done,
against the
but
opposing formation.
Sumeru I did
Once the
almost
lineup is
explore,
set,
and,
the monsters will fight
I
automatically.
started the story
Available
of,
combat units and
Fontaine.
stratagems are completely random.
don't
You know,
fini-
just to
didn't
build
finish
some
it, I don't remember.
unpredictability into the
No,
war
it's not
game.
over
The
yet.
chances of encountering
finished in
elite
the
combat units
jail.
increases as the war game progresses.
some cinematic,
Even more
and
elite
then I
monsters
stopped
will
after
be
that.
available for
I didn't
travelers to
play,
use. It's a
since
volatile environment, so do your best to win as many rounds as
I
possible,
reinstalled the
earn war game
game
medals,
because
and collect the rewards.
I buy
All right, let's
SSD.
keep the excitement rolling in this next
So,
event. We actually
I
have a demo, so please take a look.
Oh,
I had
looks like they're
folders
selecting
in the
tactics.
two,
Double
so-
damage? That sounds
storage.
powerful.
So I uninstall everything to install
Whoa,
it.
it's automated. Cool. The
I hope
elemental
you're
reaction
gonna see
effects
me
are
on the game soon,
completely
maybe
different.
if I have time.
This brand new heated battle mode is called Automatic Artistry. Powerful
the
support
I'm
cards have been
focusing on
added
it.
for nearly
Even if
every
it's kind
elemental
of fun, I
reaction.
don't,
Choose cards that align with your strategies to trigger powerful
oh, they're
elemental
foreign team
reactions.
now.
The effects will change depending on how you play. In addition, the overall gameplay is very laid back. Characters will automatically duel each
What?
other, and skill animations are now shorter in length.
Wow, it's like we got a whole new Genius Invocation TCG after coming back from Natlan. Talk about whiplash.
That's right. Even if you've never played
Um,
Genius Invocation before,
North
I
America.
really recommend
How about
checking
you?
out this new gameplay mode in version 5.2. The new version will also bring a few updates to regular Genius Invocation TCG.
Do you ever feel a little cooped up while you're playing card games? well,
just
don't
America,
worry about that.
please.
Our next
I'm
event
North
will
America,
give travelers
and I
the
choose this
opportunity to enjoy the great outdoors. In
Oh,
Cloak Convoy, travelers
yeah.
will need to help Lamia track down some adopted
I have a
animals.
friend who was
Travelers will
playing
be able
there
to see
too,
the animal's
and
point of
one
view by
other
using
one
a
of
special
friends
tool. Once
that
you've
rock-
managed to deduce their location, you'll be able to
Even
track them
if
down.
she's here,
Once the animals are safe and sound, travelers will
but
receive a gift
two
from the
other of
mysterious
them
figure who adopted
are
them.
here.
I feel like Auroron would really shine in this event. He's definitely an animal lover.
What?
I can see that. I'm sure that he would jump at the chance to meet animals from other
Dumb.
nations.
Yeah.
Finally, the Leyline
There's a lot
Overflow
of
event
stuff.
will return in version
There's a lot of
5.2.
stuff.
If you need Mora or character EXP materials, then keep an eye out.
Alright, let's dive into some updates and game optimizations. First up is the change to the Imaginarium Theater.
I
Previously,
didn't
travelers
unlock this
would be
yet.
returned to the theater lobby after completing a
think.
challenge and
Yeah.
have to reopen the Fantasia Tome to continue. Travelers
I
provided
have too
feedback
much
that
stuff
this
to do,
setup
I'm so, like-
interrupted their experience. So, this will no longer be the case in version 5.2. Now, after finishing a battle,
I
all you
didn't-
need to do is click Next Act if you want to keep fighting.
Nice. Travelers can now
What's
enjoy
the
the
last
thrill of
thing I
combat without
unlock?
any interruptions.
The
And
jail.
for all the
in
generous
Fontaine.
travelers who like to configure supports for their friends, a supporting caster record has been added in the new update.
I didn't
You can
play
now
more.
check which friends have borrowed your supports by looking at the supporting cast screen.
Cool.
Yeah,
It'll
but
be
I
nice
don't
to know
have
that our supports
time.
are helping people
I have a
out.
lot of
Yup.
game to
Oh, and
play,
the party
and this
configuration
game was
mechanic has
taking too
also
much
been
of my time
optimized.
before. That's why.
Besides
I stopped.
elemental filtering,
But
the
I'm trying
Imaginarium Theater
to-
will now feature
I will
recommended
maybe
row
slowly
icons,
go back,
elemental
but
statistics,
it's
and
always the
markers for the main
time.
types of enemies.
There's
That is
event,
so
event. You
helpful.
must do it
I'll
again.
occasionally put together a random team if I've
must
just
do
started
it
experimenting with some characters. But
when they're
this
there.
information should make it a lot
you're
easier to
gonna
form
miss the
strategic
event.
teams.
These markers will display key information on how to
I
counter
started,
enemies,
on
but in a
Cayenne
much more
Park,
prominent
a
position.
while-
Hopefully, this
a
change will
long
make
time
it
ago.
easier for travelers to form the best
Halloween,
teams.
not this
Yes.
year, last year. I
Now we
think,
can
when
directly
they
see
put,
which elements work best against specific enemies. That's definitely going to save some time.
For sure. And we can
Teresa
expect
Luna.
even more optimizations in the future as travelers continue to provide
But I
valuable
didn't
feedback
almost
about their
play too.
experiences. Okay, let's introduce the other system
I
optimizations
have
coming in version
Halo, Mass
5.2.
Effect,
You can
Resident
now
Evil,
sort
Starship
5-star artifacts in your
Troopers,
inventory based on when you obtained
and
them,
like,
from the most recent to the
500
oldest. Second, the
more
animations
game
for
to play.
crafting materials, forging weapons, building furniture,
Killzone
and cooking
prizes.
dishes are now shorter in
Uncharted.
length.
That's really nice. The dev team
God of
designed a
War,
lot of
whatever
intricate
they're,
animations for these features, but it can feel a bit frustrating when you have to watch them over and over
You stop
again.
it between.
There will also be several optimizations for the Serena teapot. The seed dispensary can now hold more of every type of seed. You'll be able to purchase wood at the Realm Depot in
What do you mean
exchange for Realm currency.
both?
In addition, the
Genshin a
cooldown for
year
the boon of the
and,
Elder Tree will be reduced to 5
this one
seconds.
a year and
This
that
way,
day.
it will be easier for travelers to collect wood.
Awesome. I've been meaning to use some cool replicas in my Serena teapot,
I
but
always
I'm
watch
always
the
short
update
on
in
wood.
stream live
So this should be
to keep
really
me
helpful.
update.
Nice! I'm so excited
try to
for you.
motivate me.
Oh, and optimizations have been made to artifact locking. The updated lock
the
assistance
new
interface
sector
will
turned me a
allow you
little
to
off,
configure
because
lock
I was
settings with a
expecting
single
like
click.
Apocalypse, Volcano
Just hit
everywhere,
use
and
recommended
magma.
settings
No,
and you're set.
no,
The
there's-
recommended
there's
set lock
just
plans
cheesy
will even
magbots
update
from
automatically based on popular in-game configurations. Of course, if you have your own ideas in mind,
That
then you
make
can
me fun.
always
I didn't try
disable
it
the
yet.
recommended plans to configure custom ones instead.
The update also allows you to
I
batch
would
lock
try.
artifacts
I don't know
in your
what to
inventory
stream
based
because
on the
sometime I'm
recommended
just,
general
they're
lock
just
plan
blah blah blah
and
blah
set
blah
lock
blah blah.
plans.
If I
This
do
will
the
make it
main
much
story
faster
or the
to
story,
organize your inventory. In
But it's
addition,
the more
a shortcut
important
button that
stream
navigates
with
to
the
the lock
exploration.
assistance interface will be added to the artifact domain challenge
So-
screen and the artifact acquisition screen. This should make it easier for travelers to configure their
I can
locking
do it.
rules
I will
whenever they
try
want.
slowly.
A star feature will also be added next to the lock button on each artifact.
I must not keep
Travelers
care
can
of
use
the
this feature
events
to
or
mark
things
their
like
favorite
that
artifacts
if,
and filter by
it's
stars
gonna
to
make me
quickly
sick
track them
because
down.
there are too much stuff to
Finally,
do.
treasure compasses will now be able to locate even more treasure locations, including Sealies and time trial challenges.
wait.
A quick swap feature will also be added for treasure compasses and Oculus Resonance stones.
And
Enabling this feature
the
will
more
allow
long
travelers
it's-
to more easily use these devices across regions. The feature will automatically switch to the compass or stone that corresponds to your location in the game.
Okay.
Awesome.
But
Be
I
sure
didn't
to
use
check
it
out
yet.
future announcements for more details on the version 5.2
It makes so
optimizations.
lunchtime.
All right, that was a lot of info. So
yeah,
this
I'm
seems like a
keeping
good
me
time for our
update,
second break.
But I didn't play.
It's time for the third redemption code.
This code is not available. It's expired. Yeah, like 2 weeks. So I'm gonna skip it because I have another stream to start after for the
Welcome
new
back,
update
travelers.
of Onkai.
What else do we
they
have on the
did
agenda, Gabe?
yesterday?
We have some very
Or-
exciting news to share. After the version update on November 20th,
What do you want,
travelers
Pirate?
will be able to play Genshin Impact on the Xbox Series X and S. Log into Genshin Impact on Xbox Series X and S consoles to receive the Wind Glider Wings of Fate's Course Intertwined.
Did I have a
Additionally,
way to
Xbox
do
Game
that?
Pass Ultimate members can play Genshin Impact via cloud gaming. They'll also find extra rewards in their in-game mailbox.
Awesome.
All right,
Hmm.
that should be everything. That means that we've reached the end of the special program. Is there anything that you want to say
I
before we
watched
go,
it
Kai?
all.
Yes,
Except,
I'm really looking forward to all the new
at the
characters.
beginning.
Chaska and her weapons seem really incredible.
But even if I
I'd
was
love
not
to see
playing, I
how her
was
travel
watching
chronicle
the
unfolds because
streams
she has such an amazing personality.
in streams.
And Auroran seems like a very layered
But
character. The
It's rare
storytelling
that
is
I'm live
definitely
on,
going to
when
shine.
they're live.
What about you, Gabe?
Because
Yeah,
they do
I'm
it
just
that
so
Friday
excited for players to
afternoon
experience
where
more of the
I'm working.
Natlands
No, morning
storyline.
while I'm working.
And we have so much to explore this time. I mean, 2 new tribes and a new area as well. And one thing I've always loved
But-
about Genshin Impact
and the
is
code,
how it's multi-platform.
it
Like
before-
I'm always logging in on different devices
same day,
depending
it's
on where I
okay, the
am.
code are
So
still
it's
available,
just
but,
exciting to see another platform become available for everyone.
Yeah.
And
how I
yeah,
check
on that note, I hope you have fun with the new version, travelers.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm not. If you want a trick for make it more stronger, I didn't have it yet. I'm not good about the stat. I'm not that good about. I can give you a trick for that. The more part of the time I'm playing without looking the artifact. Even if I try to upgrade it and do something, I don't know. I don't play enough for look about that. But you should. Even if I'm 60, I lose the count about. I started to keep me update about it, but it's too much combination that you can do and too much character that I didn't follow what the. I'm sorry. You should ask to someone else, but. I will stop my stream for now. I will start the other one in few minutes, the time that I set the other video, other stream info, and I'm be back in like maybe 5 or 10 minutes max. No, sorry. I'm not using it often. See you later. See you next time. Bye.